It's my fight prediction for Hamzah Sheeraz versus Tyler Denny. Tyler Denny is coming off a huge upset over Felix Cash recently. Now, Tyler Denny is not a power puncher, but he is a guy who's very efficient with his punching and his combinations. Very good jab. Doesn't try to do too much. He basically knows what he's good at, and that's boxing. So he sticks to boxing, doesn't really try to brawl too much. I feel like if Sheeraz can use his size in this fight, as far as his height, he can be at an advantage. But if he fights a little bit similar to what he did in the Ammo Williams fight, even though he did come out with the win and the victory, the stoppage, I also think that Denny brings a lot more to the table as far as with his boxing ability. Doesn't make too many mistakes. He really doesn't. He doesn't try to take too many risks because he knows the fight going to come to him anyways. He's not a guy with a lot of power, so people tend to think that means that he's going to be an easy outing, and it never is. He's very hard to beat. I think he's only been stopped one time, and that was a while ago. He has 2 losses. But it really doesn't matter at this point. I feel like his jab is going to keep him in the fight. His athletic ability, moving around. If he can be able to do that in this fight, he'll definitely have a chance. Sheeraz is coming off a very huge win over Ammo Williams. It was a very tough fight. I knew he'll be able to take that win just because of the advantages he's had, and whether it's size. He does have some experience against good contenders, so that played a big role. But also, just the way he boxes. You know, he's very good, precise with his punches. Very good overhand right, nice jab. Throws some very good hooks to the body. His movement isn't superb, but it's very good for his size. So, it's a lot of things that play into this fight. But I think if Tyler Denny can actually outbox him and not try to do too much risking in this fight, just go take round by round, he can actually come out with this upset. But I don't know, man. Sheeraz, when he let that power go, a lot of guys tend to start rushing and start overexerting themselves, trying to do a little too much in the fight, and it doesn't turn out well. Sheeraz is a very powerful puncher. He's one of the most powerful punchers at 160. And a lot of people are starting to realize that now. He's not a small guy. And his boxing ability is a lot better than what people gave him credit for in the past. And they're starting to realize that now. He's a monster at that weight class. There's a lot of people starting to call out certain guys, but his name isn't really popping up not a lot or enough. And you can see the reason why. He's a monster. But if he can just stick to the body, jab to the body, not try to rush too much, not try to let Denny crowd him and use that advantage as far as the distance, he's going to be able to have an easy night, man. I feel like he can definitely get a knockout in this fight. Just have to stick to the body and not try to let Denny do too much as far as the boxing. Try to keep his head moving so you won't take too many unnecessary shots, cause any clashes or anything. We seen the last fight where Denny had a situation where a cut kind of played a big factor into the fight. So if he stays away from the clinching and everything else, Sheeraz should be okay. But Denny's not going to just sit there and make this an easy fight. He's going to be tough. He's going to make it a rugged fight. He's going to let his hands go when he needs to. And it's not going to be a situation where Sheeraz is just going to be able to sit there and pick him apart. He has to be ready to move, use his legs, and aim at the correct part of his body, you know. Aiming at the head upstairs for 12 rounds or 10 rounds, it's not going to work. Have to be able to go to the body. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. If he can do that, then that's the perfect game plan for that fight. But that's all I got. Like, subscribe.